No way. It's okay. So there's energy out here, and it is, you can't affect one without affecting the whole. So, you know, I was drawn to the heart headspace kind of, but the heart, because all these arms, 1, 2, 3 arms crossed in front of the chest region, or right there. This is blacked out. But you can't affect one without affecting the other. This anger, this aggression, this constant conflict and chaos and fucking fuckery and being pissed off all the time and angry is blocking your intuition, your creativity, you're in survival mode, you're in fight mode. Fight mode shuts down creative mode, creation mode, or you're, put the bat down, pick the feather up. And it's also others around you that are attempting to knock your energy off by creating conflict in your life, and or as well playing off of your emotions and your mental state of what is okay and what is not okay, what is right and what is wrong, because these two are facing each other like that too. I know. We've been taught that to deny parts of ourselves, and you can only deny a part of yourself for so long. Push it down, and just like water in a balloon or a ball, you push it down for so long, eventually it's going to hit enough pressure and it's going to up, right? And energy blockage, often we got my throat's chakra's blocked. If your throat chakra was blocked, you would not be able to breathe or talk or eat or swallow, or there'd be something there. You know what I mean? Like, it's not completely blocked. If in you saying that and believing that is what is going to cause that even more. But if we got one area off in the whole, then it affects the whole in one way or another. But your heart being blocked looks like heart failure. Your fucking third eye being blocked, blindness. You know what I mean? Like, there could be a dysregulation or a minute blockage, but be careful of the words that we speak and the beliefs that we believe, because our beliefs alone can change so much of that. Our thoughts alone can change so much of that, and they can work for us every bit as much as they work against us. So, in denying parts of ourselves, or shaming, or guilt, or envy, or lust, or but also not believing that those sides of us are of the devil and are bad. Bad and good may not be so. I mean, there is definitely a line between bad and good, and there are cruel intended people and people who completely neglect and care about other people's feelings, and those who live for other people and to help and to love and to care and to nurture and to give and grow and to make this world a better place for the ones that come after us, and leaving enough for them, and making sure we're leaving behind a world that is worth leaving. Anyways, side note, sorry. Okay, so it's like almost being disgusted with and against a certain way of being, like, denying parts of yourself, or trying to be so good and so right and so righteous, of like, no, sometimes being loyal to a person is not being loyal to yourself. It's not what's best for you. And I know that sounds crazy. Am I promoting cheating? I'm promoting living. I'm promoting and all for people not villainizing or ridiculing, or sometimes that's not the answer. Sometimes good and bad aren't so easily defined and aren't so black and white. Just saying. Anyhow, we got something, I'm pretty sure this is talking about childhood here, right? Because we got child in reverse, sweetheart in reverse, nice guy in reverse, divinity upright though, and voodoo. So intentionally trying to cause somebody else harm, or not caring about the harm that they're causing somebody else to get what they want. And I feel like this is our unhealed child and this happening with both mother and father, but at the same time, that unintended harm or that intentional harm could have been going to work, working a 9 to 5, providing for the traumatized child now in our life because we needed our parents there and they weren't able to be loving because they were stressed out in survival mode, and we need to put the fucking bat down and pick the feather up. But we can't be in creator mode and be angry and conflicting and fighting. So this is something that's consistently happened and reoccurred, and it's blocking your shine, it's blocking your elevation, it's blocking your growth, like I said. And in order to step out of this mentally unstable and emotionally unstable and like feeling like the world is against me energy, or feeling like the ones closest to me are against me, or I'm fighting for my life and it may not seem like it's that serious, but it's so serious, and you're just wanting to spread light, and there's really good parts of you to give this world, and this whole situation has made you very headstrong and very really decisive or discerning, and able to understand the situations that you experienced, went through, all the pain and suffering that you went through, and it being as a direct reflection of these two's lack of self-love for themselves, as well as their parents' lack of self-love and their parents' and the ongoing cycle of that, and knowing that you're here, starseed, to heal that, right? To make that all better, to make that go away. There's false narratives that are no longer working. They're no longer hitting right? And we got unexpected income that is a prosperous income of what? Of who? Of how? Of a relationship. Because of high honor, because you've literally had integrity, you've kept your morals about you, you've kept your stand on things. And check it out, it's not something that can fail, okay? It's not something that you have to work at. It is not anything you have to do or be, or nobody can stop it. You don't have to, there's no failing this twin flame, and literally your ancestors are protecting it, but it doesn't even need to be protected. But this is coming together to heal this family line and to break them out of their imprisonment, and tapping into the gifts and divination tools that may also have ran into your family line from a more religious standpoint, or from I really feel like this is the male side of the twin flame, though. Right here is like, you know, you're seeing this coming, you're hearing about this coming, you know that your twin flame is coming, and that there's a divine hand at play in all of it. Even if you're not expecting to hear from anybody or anything, you got good things headed and coming for you, as well as you're moving on from this energy of the past and of being stuck there. And yeah, so it's a pretty good reading, y'all. I love you, and I hope something I said helped. Mwah. Peace around the world for generations.